Good evening, students. Today we will discuss about the chapter physical quantities and measurement. About this chapter, you happen to got a little bit of idea in class 7. So in class 8, just that whatever we have studied in class 7, we have to extend it to a certain level in class 8. Now let's start with the basics of this chapter. So our chapter is physical quantities and measurement, our chapters then. Now in this chapter we have to study the mainly about one term which is called as density. Although you have an idea about density in class 7, but we are going to start from the basics only. Now how we will start that? Suppose I think all of you in class 6 you have learned the definition of matter. What is the definition of matter? Anything which has a mass and occupies a space. Anything which has a mass and occupies some space, but that occupies some space, that we say, we call it what? We call that as volume. So matter is something which has mass and has a volume. Now we are going to extend this idea only that every object that we have around us, any object that you would see around us, around you, either it's a table or a chair or a book or a pen, anything that we can consider that as an object. So every object around us has a mass and a fixed volume Why we say fixed volume? Because if you take this marker as an object, is the volume is increasing or decreasing right now? No. So it has a fixed, you can say it has a fixed mass and a fixed volume. Now, often it is seen if the mass is increasing, if the mass increases, means what? If on this marker I place another marker, as I place another marker over it, you can see the mass becomes more, the mass increases, and when the mass increases, the space that this object that will occupy, that will also increase, the volume will also increase. So as the mass of the object increases, it is generally seen that the volume also increases. So I can say generally, not always, okay, not always, generally when the mass increases, its volume also increases. Generally it is seen, okay, normally it is seen as more amount of matter goes, okay, like you have a 1 kg sugar, 1 kg sugar will occupy certain volume. If you add one extra 1 kg, so 1 kg and 1 kg, it will become 2 kg, and that 2 kg now occupies a larger volume, a larger space. So as the mass will increase, volume will also is going to increase. Now we have to extend this topic to a certain level. Let's take few cases. Now we'll talk about two cases. First we'll talk about case 1. Okay, in case 1, what we see, different substances of equal masses, different substance of equal masses have different volume. Now let's understand this statement by an example, okay? different substance of equal masses have different volume. Let's understand it. How will we are going to understand? Suppose we take iron as one substance. This we take as iron. On the other hand, we take cotton. Cotton. Now this iron that we take, let's take iron of 1 kg, 1 kg iron. And also we take cotton that is also of 1 kg. So you can see, first, now see, as per the statement, different substance. I have taken different substance. I have taken one as iron and I have taken another as cotton. So different substances of equal masses. I have taken this also 1 kg. I have taken this as also 1 kg. So masses are also same. But you see the next statement, they have different volumes. Different volumes means what? If I take iron of 1 kg, it will be something like this. Huh? It will be something like this. And if I take cotton of 1 kg, it will be something like this. Okay. So now you can see different substances. One is iron and one is cotton of same masses. 1 kg, 1 kg of equal masses. Now have different volume. You can see it is a smaller volume. It is occupying smaller space. So this is smaller volume. And the other object is of larger volume. Now this I can say this is of what? Larger volume. Now you can say, I think you have understood this statement. The different substances of equal masses have different volumes. One is a smaller volume, one is a bigger volume. This is observed, okay? This is case 1. Now, why this thing happens? Reason. What is the reason behind it? Why both are of 1 kg but have different volumes? Because in iron the particles are very closely packed, and in cotton they are very far away packed. Okay, like if I say take iron, and if I take iron, the molecules are very closely packed. They are very tightly and very closely packed to each other. But if I take cotton, in cotton the molecules are far away packed, like one molecule, one, like this. There are a lot of air spaces in between. So this is the difference. Okay, if I have over here 20 molecules, if I have 20 molecules over here, okay, not molecules, if I have 20 particles, in iron the 20 particles are very closely packed. But if I take cotton, these 20 particles over here, suppose I have 20 particles only, over here also I have 20 particles, but these 20 particles are very far away packed. You can see some spaces between them. So because they are packed very loosely, that is why the volume increases. And over here they are packed very tightly, that is why the volume is decreasing, the volume is small. So I can say what? Particles of cottons, particles of iron, they are very tightly packed. They are very tightly packed. Whereas the particles of cotton are very loosely packed. So whereas the particles of cotton are very loosely packed. So I think you have understood this statement. This statement is very important. Okay, this statement, it is given in your book also. So, but in physics we know we don't have to learn the statements. We have to understand the basics or the logics or the concepts behind it. So this thing, if you have understood, then we can go for case number 2. I hope all of you have understood this statement, this whole scenario. Now case 2, they are saying different substances of same volume has different masses. So different substances of same volume has different masses. Now this statement right now, it is not going inside your head what is given. Now let's understand this by one example. Now before I start with the example, I need to explain one thing to you. What we know about the formula of area in class 7 we have studied. Area is equal to length into breadth. Okay. But over here we are not concerned with the area, we are concerned with the volume, because we know in this whole chapter a volume plays a very important role. So what is the formula of volume? Volume formula is length into breadth into height. Length into breadth into height. What is the example? How to take it? Suppose this is my object. This is my object. And if I take length, what is the length? From here to here, this is called the length of the object. What is the breadth of the object? From here to here, that is called the breadth of the object. And what is the height of the object? This is called the height of the object. Okay, so length, breadth, okay, B, length, breadth and height. So I think you understood what is the length and the breadth and the height. So length, breadth and height is, if you multiply this, we'll get the volume. Now let's understand it a little better way. Okay? Suppose I take the length. Suppose I take the length as say 1 meter. Breadth also as 1 meter and height also as 1 meter. It's easy. Length as 1 meter, breadth as 1 meter and height is 1 meter. Now what the volume will become? I'll use this formula to get the volume. So volume is equal to length, which is how much? 1 meter. Then breadth, that is equal to 1 meter, and height, that is also equal to 1 meter. So I can say what? Volume is equal to 1 meter into 1 meter into 1 meter. Now what is 1 meter into 1 meter into 1 meter? 1 into 1 into 1. That will definitely give me 1 only. Okay, 1 into 1 into 1 is 1. But meter into meter into meter, meter into meter into meter will give me what? Meter cube. Okay, this is a algebra concept that x into x is x square, x into x into x, x into x into x, that gives me what? X to the power of 3, or we say that as x cube. Similarly, meter into meter into meter, that will give me what? Meter to the power of 3, or we will say that as meter cube. So this concept is this idea you require. So volume is what? 1 meter cube. Very important. The unit of volume. Unit of volume is what? If you see SI unit, I will say what? SI unit of volume is equal to what? Meter to the power of 3, or we say that as meter cube. Remember this, okay? Remember this during the numericals that we will do in the next few videos, okay? This will be a very important aspect. Meter cube, that is the SI unit of volume. Now let's come back to this statement. Different substances of same volume have different masses. Now I'll take the example of say, I'll take the example say this iron and wood. Okay, wood means what? Lakdi. And iron means what? Loha. Now iron, what is the iron? Let's take this kind of iron, okay? The one we have drawn just now, a similar kind of type. Okay, this is iron. and also this as wood. Okay, this is a iron and this is wood. Now, what we will say, the length of the iron is 1 meter, the length of the wood, that is also 1 meter. The breadth of the iron, the breadth means this line, okay, is 1 meter, this breadth is also 1 meter, and the height, this is the height, okay, that is also 1 meter, and this height over here, that is also 1 meter. So what is the volume of iron that we have? What is the volume of iron over here? Volume of the iron is 1 meter into 1 meter into 1 meter, 1 meter into 1 meter into 1 meter, which is what? 1 meter cube. And what is the volume of wood that we are getting? Volume of the wood is equal to, again same thing, 1 meter into 1 meter into 1 meter, means what? Length into breadth into height. Length, breadth and height, all are 1 meter only. Length is 1 meter, breadth is 1 meter and height is also 1 meter. So 1 meter into 1 meter into 1 meter, that will give me 1 meter cube. Now, now let's see the statements. Let's come back to the statement. Different substances. Different substance. Have I taken different substance? Of course, one is iron and one is wood. So I have taken two different substances, iron and wood. Second thing, of same volume. Have I taken the substances of same volume? Yes. You can see the volume over here is 1 meter. Even the volume over here is also 1 meter. So volume is 1 meter. Even volume over here is also 1 meter. 1 meter cube, 1 meter cube. So of same volume, have different masses. Now think, okay, you have to think and experience. Suppose I have an iron of 1 meter cube. If I lift it up, and on the other hand I have wood of 1 meter cube and I lift it up, means I have what? 1 meter cube iron, this is iron and this is a wood. That is also 1 meter cube and this is also 1 meter cube. And both I happen to lift it on my hand. What I experience is that this iron is more heavier. It is bringing my hand down much faster. Whereas wood is not that heavy. I can lift that wood easily on my hand. So both are of the same volume, but this is more heavier, iron is more heavier, and wood is lighter, less heavy. This is what the statement means, that different substances of same volume have different masses. Different masses means what? If of same volume, this mass, this is heavy, this is heavy. So this is, and this is what? This is light, okay, halka. This may be of 10 kg and this is only of say 2 or say 4 kg. Okay, so this is heavy, this is light, but both of them, they have the same volume. So over here, different substances, iron and wood, of same volume have different masses. You can see different masses. One is 10 kg, another is 4 kg. Now, why this thing happens? Why it is there? The reason I'm telling, in the same volume, iron has more number of particles. Over here, it has more number of particles. Suppose over here I have 50 particles. Okay, over here I have 50 particles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like this we have 50 particles. Whereas in the same volume, it has what? Less number of particles. Less number of particles. So over here I might have only 20 particles. So over here I have only 20 particles and over here I have 50 particles. So if I have more particles, obviously think more particles means what? More matter. And I told you, if it has more matter, it has more mass. So that is why more mass means 10 kg. And it has less particles. Less particles means what? Less matter. Less number of particles means less matter. And less matter means what? Less mass. Only say 4 kg. So this is the reason behind it. So previously the case 1 that I have uh, explained over here, what was the reason? Same number of particles, but these particles are more tightly packed and that particle was loosely packed. Over there particles numbers were same. If this has 100 particles, that also had 100 particles. But in this scenario, that is a different reason. Okay, it has different number of particles, 50 particles, and over here 20 particles. So try to figure out the difference between the case 1 and case 2. In case 1, you both the wood and the cotton had the same number of molecules, 100, but this was tightly packed and this was loosely packed. But in case 2, we have iron and wood. They don't have the same number of particles. It has 50 particles and it has 20 particles. So more particles will have more mass, less particles will have less mass. So this reason you have to understand, okay, why this is happening, because physics is all about logics, reasons, okay. Well, like for example, like all of you know the story that this Newton happened to see the apple falling, or it fell on his head, something like that. The reason why it fell down, why didn't it fell up? So the logic, the reasons is very much important in physics. You have to know why this thing is happening. Why? If you know the reason why, then physics becomes easy for you. So I hope this thing is clear to you. Now, next concept, next thing. So all these things, if you see, same mass, different volume. Okay. The first scenario, actually, this was the second scenario, and the first scenario was same volume. Okay, this was the first scenario, I think so. Yeah, this was the first scenario. Same volume, then we have different mass. So say if it has same mass, it might have different volume. If it has same volume, then it might have different mass. The whole concept, okay, is why, the whole logic or the whole reason is why, because of number of particles. In the first scenario, what was the reason? In first scenario, the reason was what? The particles are tightly packed. Particles are tightly packed. And the second, what is the reason over here? More number of molecules. More number of molecules. So over here, the number of molecules or the molecules which are tightly packed plays a very important role to understand this concept. And here comes a new word. If it has more number of particles, like iron and wood, of same volume, who has more number of particles? Just now I have explained. Iron has more number of particles. It has 50 particles in the same volume of 1 meter cube. And wood has only 20 particles in the same volume of 1 meter cube. So over here, if it has more number of particles, then we use a word. Then what we say? It is denser. It is denser. More number of particles means what? It is denser. Okay. And if it has less number of particles, what we say? It is rarer. Okay. So denser and rarer. If it has more number of particles, like I'll give you an example. If the milkman who is giving milk to your house, if he doesn't add water, then the milk is denser. In Hindi we say the दूध बहुत गाढ़ा है, it is घना है, So that is what we say, denser. And if you add water, we say it is rarer, okay? It is very light. The milk is very light because the milkman has added a lot of water to it. Okay, so denser and rarer, you have to understand. If it has more number of particles, then it's denser. If it has less number of particles, it is rarer. So iron is denser and wood is rarer. And since iron is denser over here, from denser a word comes that is known as density. Okay, from density comes from the word denser. And what is denser? If it has more number of particles in the same space, in the same volume, it has more number of particles, then we say it is more denser. So density is the term which defines all of this. Okay, density is the term which will define which has more particles or less particles. Okay, huh? Or more volume or less volume. This whole thing can be defined under a single term, and the single term is called as density. I hope you understood from where the word density came into play. Okay, density came from the word denser, and denser means what? More number of particles or less number of particles. Okay, 50 or 30. So I hope these basics are very clear to you. Now let me see, after this I will teach you what? The SI and the CGS unit. Now I will teach you the SI and the CGS unit. I don't want to make the video very long. Okay, I want to keep it like 30 to 35 minutes. Let's see how much it happens. I think right now it's 26 or 27 minutes. Let's see. Now the what happened? Okay. Now density of a substance is related to two terms. One is mass and the second one is volume, because I told you that density defines the whole mass is more or mass is less, or volume is more or volume is less. So the density of a substance depends upon two things, mass and volume. Now, so from here the formula of density is equal to what? Mass by volume. Okay, mass by volume. Over here, very important, from this formula you can know many things. The density and mass are directly related. Directly means what? If mass will increase, then density will also increase. If mass will decrease, then density will also decrease, because density and mass are directly related. And also we know that density and volume are indirectly related. Indirectly means what? If volume increases, volume becomes bigger and bigger, then density will decrease. And if volume decreases, then density is going to increase, because density is proportional to 1 by volume. Don't worry about this sign, okay? Proportionality, I will teach you later on. It is there, but just know that density and volume are inversely related. So inversely related means what? If one physical quantity increases, the other physical quantity decreases, and this one decreases, and then the density will increase. So this is known as inverse relation, whereas density and mass is direct relation. Okay, this is called direct relation. If one substance density will increase, then mass will also increase. Density decreases, mass will also decrease. From here, I want to ask a question that if you can think in your mind, because I am not taking live classes, so just think over here. If I increase the temperature of a body, if temperature of a object increases, then what happens? Will the mass change? Think, will the mass change? No. The mass is not going to get affected by any increase or decrease of temperature, because mass is a constant quantity. So mass is not going to get affected by anything, okay, any temperature change. But on the other hand, volume will change. If the temperature of the object increases, then the volume, okay, volume will become bigger and bigger, okay, volume will increase. So if temperature of the object increases, volume will increase, volume increase. And think just now what I taught you, if volume increases, if volume of the substance increases, how it will affect the density? Inverse relation, inverse. So density will decrease. So if volume increases, density decreases. So if the temperature increases, density will decrease. And opposite, vice versa, you can say, if temperature will, the temperature of a substance decreases, the temperature of the substance will decrease. What will happen to the volume? The volume will also decrease. Okay, these things are taught in class 7. Okay, thermal expansion was the chapter, if you have remembered. If temperature decreases, the volume will shrink, it will become smaller, okay, smaller, chota ho jayega, smaller. The volume will decrease. And if volume decreases, what will affect in, what will be the change in density? The density is going to increase. Inverse relation, inverse. So the density will increase. Okay, density will increase. So how? So volume. So temperature affects the volume. Temperature affects the volume, and the volume affects the density. So in one way I can say temperature also affects the density. So temperature affects the density. How? Inversely. If temperature increases, density decreases. Temperature decreases, density increases. So this relation you have to know in your back question answers. These questions are there. Okay, how temperature will affect the density, volume, all these things. So I hope you can answer those questions. Like if a question is there, if a temperature change will affect the mass, will it affect the mass? Answer is what? No, it will not affect the mass, because I told you mass is a constant quantity. Will it affect the volume? Yes, volume will be affected. If temperature increases, volume increases. Temperature decreases, volume also decreases. Will it affect the temperature change? Will it change affect the density? Answer is what? Yes, temperature will affect the density, because just now I have taught you, if temperature increases, volume will decrease and density will again increase. Temperature increases, volume increases, density decreases. So temperature will also affect the density. So volume and density will be affected, but the mass will be not affected by any increase or decrease of temperature. On any increase or decrease of temperature, the mass of the substance is not going to change at all. I hope you understood this part. Now let's talk about the last part, the SI unit. But let's see how much time is there. I think it is near about 34 minutes. Okay, we'll talk about the SI unit of the density and CGS unit of the density and the relationship between them in the next video. Till then, I hope you understand whatever I taught you today. Whatever I taught you, please, after watching the entire video, go through your book, the first page only. Go through your book, only the first page or the first paragraph I have taught you. But this thing is very important, because when you're starting the chapter, your initial logics and concepts should be very clear. Then only you can go ahead with the chapter. Otherwise, it won't be possible. So I hope this video is much effective to you, and you have learned something about this chapter. So if you have understood, give a thumbs up to this video. Okay, press the like button, and if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, do subscribe to my channel, because videos will be coming day after one, and so you will be notified when the videos comes. So till then, goodbye, take care.